What's happening? Just gonna be on here for a few. Just wanted to update the videos on how I'm feeling and what's going on. About 12 days ago, I cut my Remeron. I've been off benzos for 7 years, 10 months, around that. Um, my main tip to everybody usually is don't uh, don't get on any other medications to unless you feel forced. Because honestly, I feel that my benzo withdrawal syndrome was absolutely um, pushed further for years because they put me on a bunch of other drugs, which I got off of, and then Remeron was my last one, but that one's been absolute hell because my nervous system has been so fried. So the last few cuts for Remeron have been tolerable, surprisingly. Then I tapered this last time about 12 days ago, and it's been absolutely horrible. It's been one of the harder tapers I've done. And I know the lower I get realistically is the more percentage it goes up because I do the same amount every time. So the lower it goes is the percentage goes up a little bit. I don't talk about how much I've tapered or where I'm at anymore because usually it just causes arguments. And I don't know why, but it usually does. So just trust me and say I've got about 2 years left if I stay on track, which means realistically I could be off in like a year and 7 months, 8 months, but I'm giving myself a few more months just in case. I could get sick and go to the hospital. You just don't know. There's always things. But, like recently, I was just in the hospital months back for a clot in my spleen. That was 5 days. I was on a bunch of antibiotics and that kind of stuff, and had to do antibiotics after I was out. Ended up going back into the hospital for a quick procedure to get a loop recorder in my chest for my heart. Um, and that was just at the beginning of this month. So I think with the stress of all that kind of stuff and, just being more um, agitated, my nervous system, I'm pretty sure that would be the reason why my taper is really bad this time. I don't know. But it's pretty brutal. So, just stating, like, my best advice for anybody is, like, honestly, all the things that I was prescribed after they took me off of benzos because of my symptoms were so bad, honestly, I could have dealt with not, not being on. I mean, to be realistic, I probably would have probably healed within about 2.5 years if I wasn't put on anything else. And I wouldn't even necessarily say fully healed, but way better than I am now. And here it has been 7 years, 10 months, and it's because I'm constantly tapering, constantly fucking up my nervous system. Yeah, hi. Yeah, it's the Remeron. It's weird because even when I bring up Remeron to doctors or anything, they always say it's one of the easiest ones to get off of. And I can't really explain to them anymore about how my nervous system's so fried because of what they did to me. So, I mean, honestly, it could be any medication is so much harder if you're in a withdrawal state, So, but I've been in a situation that I haven't felt in a long time where like I'll be starting to feeling like I'm doing okay, and then I'll be like driving or anything, and then the fucking door just slams shut, and I feel like I'm fucked again. Uh, my anxiety gets out of control, and it's been bad most of the day. And that's why I'm on here, more or less. Just so I can kind of keep people up to date on, you know, it's nobody wants to hear about protracted withdrawal, but this is the way it is, you know. When I'm not on here for a while, usually probably means I'm doing much better. And once in a while I'll do a video that says that I'm doing good, you know. But when I wait for a while and don't taper, I start getting stronger. I still feel all fucked up, but like I get stronger, I can do a lot more things. I can make a day of things, and I might not feel well, but it's not going to crash on me. Now I do a mini cut, and it's like, holy shit. It's just about keeping the eye on the prize to get off this stuff, because I couldn't imagine, because I taper about every 4 months. And honestly, sometimes I wish I could wait longer. 5 months. This one, I don't know. 4 months is probably still be okay, but I'm just, it sucks. Just sucks. My symptoms are, although my symptoms are usually there to a point, but the symptoms that got really bad this time are my anxiety. My anxiety just tore through the roof this cut. And I always have anxiety, but it's not like that extreme gut anxiety that just shoots out fucking anxiety through your body and makes all your other symptoms worse. And it's just like I lose my breath because of this anxiety. It's exhausting, and it makes me not want to live my life. So basically, my neuropathy in my hands and feet are back more. Akathisia, especially in my legs. I feel like there's people inside my body just trying to push out of it. My fucking vibrating nervous system. All my insides are vibrating. Especially when I'm really tired, it gets worse. Flashing in my eyes. The pure exhaustion and fatigue. Nausea. The DPDR gets ridiculous. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. So, my lifestyle right now is really good. My life is much better right now. But I forget, like, because when I haven't cut for a while, I start living my life a certain way. And I do things and I take more chances and I'm able to get away with more. And after I cut, I'm still doing that stuff because I forget that I can't, just like I did today. Like I was resting and I was feeling okay. I'm like, I'm going to go out and do some work and whatever. As soon as I got in the car, the anxiety started. I'm like, well, maybe like later on, like I'll start feeling better. And because sometimes when you go out, it makes you feel better. Not today. It ruined my fucking day today. Ruined it. Oh, that, yeah. I was actually talking to somebody about that. Um, no, I never tried it. I got too scared to do it. Oh, man. It's funny because I knew I'd run into you again about it, and I didn't want to admit that I was too freaked out to do it. I have to do it. I completely should. I mean, I've heard more good about it than bad, but I need to start slow, like go from warm to colder. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't tried it. And it probably would be a good thing. Ugh. I always think something's going to go wrong. Never a fan of change. Now, tell me again, because it's been a while. Todd, do you just start out with cold, or can I like work it in? Like go from warm to cold as much as I can handle? I don't know. Give me another rundown. I got to start thinking about it again because somebody brought it up the other day and they said it would probably be good. It's like I don't have that much, in reality, that much Remeron to go. But with me tapering only 4 months, every 4 months, it's it's gonna take a while. Okay, I'll try. Might give my wave that I'm in give it a week or two to like kind of just get back to some normal. But yeah. I'm not a fan of change. Shit. Yeah. Me and my girlfriend went swimming at the lake. Well, not really necessarily swimming, but we went to the lake and the water was cold. And it took forever for me to get into it. But once you're into it, you get kind of used to it. I'm hoping that's the same idea. So once you get used to it, it's like it's okay. But that first, it feels like a fucking shock. And that makes me feel like my nervous system ain't gonna like that. But maybe in general, it will make it stronger. Who knows? But it helped you. I mean, fuck. It's worth the suggestion. And if it does help me, I'll be very thankful. At least to make me stronger. Gotta do something. Even if it's not just to take a shower, just to do something for healing. You know, normally take my hot showers, but do a cold therapy thing at a different time of day. Oh, I'm gonna probably today take some sort of Advil or something. I never take anything, but I've got this fucking headache that won't fucking go. After my whole anxiety bout earlier, which is still like there, um, it's got a fucking sort of a migraine going. Trying to rest, but it's so hard to rest. This is a rough one. Ugh. Anyway, I'm kind of a mess today. Sheesh. These are just my reading glasses. I wear contacts normally, and they're just not good enough to see up close. I am getting old. Fuck. Shit. When I started this whole process 7.5 years ago, or whatever it was, I didn't have much gray hair. Now my fucking shit's all gray. It's crazy. I mean, I would have aged anyways. I'm in my upper 40s, but I have a feeling it wouldn't have been as fast. Ugh. There we go. So, the rest of this evening, I'm going to just hang out, watch TV, and try to relax. Maybe meditate a little bit more. But my life is good. I live with my girlfriend now. And, I mean, for whoever doesn't follow, I live with my girlfriend now. Things are good. You know, I got more space, you know. Just trying to come up with my routine in a new place. It's never easy, but it's been good. You know, getting out a lot more. Just right now, I have to kind of beware of going out. Tomorrow, I probably still will. We'll have a day together, but most of the week, I'm going to be home. Get out for work for a few days, but in reality, I think I'm going to have to rest a lot more. But if anybody has any questions, I'll stay on here for a few minutes and I could try to answer them the best I can. I'm just so exhausted. This whole tapering is just, it puts you in this crazy fatigue. And then sometimes I'll start to feel better and go, oh, it's getting better, thank goodness. And then that fucking door will slam shut again. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down. And eventually it'll slow down. It will be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it'll stay up, more up, or at least a medium eventually. But my nervous system went into shit for this cut. The last two I thought were bad, but they were like completely a breeze compared to this one. So I actually thought the cuts were getting better. That wasn't true at all. Not this one. But like I said way earlier, the percentage of what I cut gets a little larger every time. Although I cut the same amount, the smaller the pill gets, the percentage goes a little bit higher. So it's not a huge surprise. It's either my next cut is going to be really fucking bad or it's going to be pretty easy. Guess we're going to find out. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm hoping I don't have to update you too much. If you don't see me for a while, it means things are probably going pretty well. I try not to come on because I don't like to talk about it too much when I'm doing okay. But I tend to need to talk about it more when I'm not. And it's like I don't want to burden anybody with it. I don't want to go through all the symptoms all the time and stuff like that because it really fucks with my head. Anyway, I'm off here. Have a great evening, and I will keep you updated on how this is going. I just pray that the anxiety gets a little better, which it will eventually, but hopefully sooner than later because it's hard to breathe. Anyway, take care.